Mogul Tribe, you're welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I am Danica Kosy, but my OGs call me Uma Girl. And here on the channel, we tell business stories with hope to inspire you to start up something here in Africa. Please subscribe to the channel and become a part of this wonderful growing family if you are yet to do that. And of course, when you subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you get notified anytime we upload a new video. So today, I am finally giving you guys the farm updates many of you have been asking about. Every time I post any video, I get comments like, Danica, what's happening with your farm? Are you still farming? And a lot of that. Now, I love those questions because I know that most of them are coming from a place of love. It tells me that you're not just watching my videos, but you are following my journey. So for those of you who might be coming across my channel for the very first time, I want to give you guys a quick recap. We started Kosy Farms 2 years ago with 3 acres on a leased farm. And then when we started 2 years ago, we basically started with just tomatoes. We were excited, ambitious, and honestly just learning on the go. I literally knew nothing about agriculture, even farming, as at the time that we started. You needed to see the things that we did and the way we did it. Right? After about a farming season or about 1 year, so we transitioned to 10 acres of our own farmland. And to be honest, that was a big shift for me, both mentally and operationally. And that was the last major update I shared about our farm here on the channel. It felt at the time like sharing the journey and everything was kind of putting an unnecessary pressure on me. At the point, I felt like the whole constant filming, constant updates was kind of becoming more distracting, than it was doing what I intended for it to do. But since then, even though I stopped posting frequently, the farm did not stop operating. A lot has been happening quietly but more strategically. So basically in this video, I am going to be sharing the things that has changed for us in the farm, and then what we are currently planting on the farm, how we are managing and re-strategizing and all of that. From there, we can just learn from our own real life business experience. So let me show you guys what is currently happening at the farm. Even though our land is 10 acres, we are currently not farming on the whole 10 acres. On this farm right now, we are doing both greenhouse farming and then open field. And currently we have just 2 greenhouses here in the farm. One of the greenhouses is for bell peppers. We do both red and yellow bell peppers here on the farm. And the variety we planted this season is Clear F1.
This is bell peppers, you guys. It's just doing so well. Look at how big these are. It has a lot of fruit in it, like a lot of fruit. Yes, I'm just so excited. It's doing so well. Like,
you need to see how big these things are. Yeah. So here we have Clear F1 and Abe F1, and we have them in green, yellow, and red. So you can start sending in your orders if you like to buy from us, right? Because these are the best. Trust me, you cannot get this quality anywhere else. You would never get this kind of quality anywhere else. Never. So we just want some of them to turn, okay, before we harvest, because most of them are already so big. Look at how big it is. But we're still waiting for it. We want it to turn before we start harvesting. There is even one here so big. Look at this one. I don't know if you can see it. It is just so big, you guys. So you guys, we have cats in our greenhouse. So if you have a greenhouse, cat is an investment for you.
They are doing so well.
And for the other greenhouse, it is partly habanero pepper, Lorenza and Mwanzili F1. So you guys, just pardon me. I may not be able to be mentioning all the varieties because I know that these are some of the common questions that I get from you guys. Anytime I upload a video about my farm, you tend to ask me what are the varieties or what variety did I plant. So for the sake of this video, I might just be writing the variety. If I don't mention it, I'll write it on the screen for you guys to see, or even in the description box. If you have been following me for a while, you will know that I personally do not advise people to do habanero in the greenhouse. I don't like it. I feel like it is not worth it. The habanero that we have right now in the greenhouse is actually a pre-order. The client wanted greenhouse grown peppers, greenhouse grown habanero, and then the customer paid extra for it. Apart from that, I do not do greenhouse habanero pepper. It is only strictly available based on pre-order. If you would like me to make a video to explain more and tell you guys more about why I do not advise people to do habanero in the greenhouse, telling you guys why I feel like it is not wise and it is not a strategic decision. Let me show you guys the second greenhouse so you see what it looks like. So let's walk in. So you see, this is the second greenhouse. This is the bell pepper. We planted these ones just about a month ago. Are they saying it? So you guys, we planted this one just about a month ago. And then we mulched, you guys. Yes, we decided to mulch this one to at least control the weed and then retain the soil moisture. Of course, you guys know what mulching is. So all this place, down to that place, is our bell peppers. So by the side, we planted super habanero because the people that we are supplying requested for a greenhouse super habanero. We are producing this other one here for them. Customer that we're supposed to be will start supplying to once they mature, right? We have one inside the greenhouse and we have another one some other ones outside, and then we have the one that is yet to be transplanted. So we just have like 4 lines of them. So we have about 1,500 plants of super habanero pepper here, and we have another 1,500 bell peppers. Let me take you guys to the open field. In the open field, we already have some crops right there in the open field, and we are currently still preparing beds for more crops. We'll soon be transplanting, but before then we need to get the beds ready, of course, the whole soil preparation and all of that. So this is another part of the farm, you guys. We are planning to plant 100 grams of Havana F1 habanero pepper. That's about 20,000, right? About 20,000 plants of habanero pepper around this particular area. There are still other parts, of course. You guys know that the farm is still we still have a lot of land here that we can see. So behind, we still have about 4 acres that we are still doing the beds, doing the whole land preparation, beds and everything around behind me. Just from here down there, we are probably going to have a lot of habanero to supply to you guys. So if you ever you want to buy from us, do let us know, contact us, and we are going to supply. We are going to supply to you. That we have a special announcement coming very soon, something that we are working on, to kind of make it easier for people that want to patronize us, and that those people that wouldn't want to come to the farm but you want to buy from us, you want to see what our farm produce and the things we have in the farm, you want to see what it looks like. We have we are working on something for you guys, so you don't really have to come to the farm before you'll be able to get our farm produce. Yeah, so when it matures, trust me guys, you guys are probably going to be one of the first people that are going to hear about it. So it's still a work in progress. And we also have this tomatoes, just few lines of tomatoes. It is actually a trial seed, so we are just kind of trying it out to see how it is going to do on the farm. By the time this video goes up, it must have started fruiting. So if it is already fruiting, I might just insert the clip here for you guys to see how it is doing, or probably do a totally different video for you guys to see. So it is a trial seed. We are just kind of trying to experiment to see what does well on the farm and what does not do well on the farm. That does not mean that because it is a trial seed that we're just going to throw everything away. No, we are still going to, of course, sell the ones we can and then share for the workers, and of course eat the one we can. There's this tomato seed that we got, so we want to kind of try it out. I think it's about just 5 lines. We planted about 5 lines, so if it does well, we'll get more and plant more. So apart from that, we also have okra on the farm. The okra is also a pre-order for a customer. We are planting for a customer, so it is not like it's a regular thing that you can just walk into the farm and buy. And also we have cucumber. I planted Danica F1. We also have ugu, corn and spring onions, strictly for customers, also on pre-order. I'll tell you guys more about the whole pre-order thing later on in this video. So we have spring onions here. We're almost done harvesting it, so you guys will see. We have spring onions. It's really doing well. Like how you guys are, spring onions is super fresh. Super fresh. You can never get this kind of spring onions any other place. Trust me on that. It is super fresh. It does so well in this particular farm. We've been harvesting for a while now. All the spring onions I use at home, I buy from my farm. Everything that we produce here in the farm, anyone we need, we buy it. I don't take, we buy. Yes, because as a good business owner, buy from yourself. Don't take because you produce it. We also have another corn here, from here all the way down. Yes. So we didn't apply manure in this corn, you guys. It's just growing naturally. No manure, no artificial anything. No artificial anything, and it's doing so well for the corn. Every crop I just mentioned right now, we plant them in thousands, except for the trial seed and the pre-order seed. Notice how I've been telling you that most of our crops are either trial seeds, pre-order, and all of that. That does not mean that we do not have the ones that we produce, like, just in large quantities for our customers or for the open market. For example, the habanero pepper and the bell peppers, right? We have markets for that. That is why we are producing them in the thousands. So this season we made a very, very intentional decision: stability over expansion. In 2025, we had planned to construct about 2 greenhouses, 2 additional greenhouses, so that we can kind of have like up to 4 greenhouses and a farm. But then we had to pause that expansion, because to me, it's not about having the most structure, having a lot of building, looking so big. It is not about looking so big. It is more about the quality, like the predictability, and the profit sense. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. And the profits, like one step at a time, one smart decision at a time. Like I used to tell you guys on the channel, I have always been saying it, and I will not say it enough. Farming is not for the weak. Yes, it is not for the faint-hearted. So if you must start, you have to start small. If you have to expand, you have to expand strategically, and not just because you want to add so many structures and so many buildings, and then answer a big farmer, planting tens of thousands and all of that. No, that is not what I am all about, because when it comes to expansion, there are so many things that you need to put into consideration. The risk level, the market, your market size, the season, because of course farming is so risky. Oh my god, I cannot even start to overemphasize the risk associated with most especially crop farming, right? With time, that does not mean that the expansion that I talked about earlier is not going to happen. Of course, it is going to happen, probably this year or even next year, depending on our mood, on what we decide. Yes, so it just depends on so many other factors. And of course, I do not run the farm alone, so we just consider a lot of things, and then we know how to adjust. We know how to adjust, and then how to expand strategically, like I said. So let's go to the nursery house. So this is the nursery house. We have some seedlings that we are yet to transplant. This is pepper, right? Habanero pepper. You can see the germination rate. Like, you guys, I'm so excited. I like the fact that this one germinated like so well. It did so well. Like, we have about approximately 97%, 95%, 97% germination rate. So look at this one. This is another habanero that we seeded. Like still the same. You see the way it's germinated. Like the germination rate is so good. Last year, in 2025, tomato price crash humbled many farmers. People who planted without market structure suffered it badly. Prices dropped drastically, and then the way I'm even looking at it, like it feels like the same thing is going to happen this year. I know that some people who watch this video now, they will start feeling like, oh, you want prices of things to climb and all of that. You don't want things to be affordable. See, some of us do irrigation farming. For example, whether it is rainy season or dry season, if I'm planting anything, if I must put something in the ground, I must do irrigation for it. Like, that is what I do. And then the cost is so high. See, let us just be realistic. I know that all of us care about food security and all of that. Yes, we go on and on about food security, providing a lot of food for Nigerians or Africans, making food available. But here is the honest truth. No farmer can run at a loss just to be patriotic, right? Yes, we are all patriotic citizens. We want to be patriotic, but no farmer can run at a loss just to be patriotic. So this season we just do pre-orders, then we add another quantity for our regular customers because we know who those customers are, and then another very little quantity for the open market, just the way we can bear it. We farm without any pressure whatsoever. I don't want stress, and not just planting randomly and then hoping on God and then hoping that the market will not disappoint us and all of that. No, that is not what we do. And then because everybody is planning to grow, and scale, we also, consider, maybe like just add about, let's say 20 to 30% additional crop for, just in case we get an order, or rather something like that. So yeah, so that is just basically what we do. This is something that I would highly recommend that everybody following me, with the Mogul Tribe do more often. I'm not saying that you should just limit yourself. All I'm saying is that if you must plant beyond your capacity and beyond what you can sell, beyond your market, you have to put in the extra work, to get that market ready even before you start harvesting, of course, because crops are perishable. If you don't sell it out, you are going to lose totally. We don't plant random crops, or because we heard that this thing is profitable, we'll now go and jump into it and start planting it without having a market for it. No, we don't do that over here. Of course, like I used to tell you guys, experience is the best teacher, right? I learned it from experience. Instead of just planting and hoping to find buyers like we used to when we started, or hoping to go to the open market, which of course most of you, if you're a farmer, you know how that usually ends up. Yes, because once you carry your goods from the farm, if you are farming in Nigeria, once you carry your farm produce from your farm to the market, forget it. You no longer have the upper hand, right? The price is going to be determined by the market forces. You no longer have control of the pricing. So we no longer do that, except of course for some of those crops that we know that we can easily find the market for that. And trust me, that is one of the best decisions and best thing that we have ever done on our farm, because that decision alone has helped us reduce waste, improve our profits, and just kind of made everything more meaningful. We understand our soil better. We use greenhouse only when it makes absolute sense. We test variety before going large, and most importantly, we stick to our strengths. So we know they don't pass our power for this side. Also, this time around, we are hiring more people, and of course, I have a partner. I am not the one managing the farm daily. I am not like a hands-on farmer that is inside the farm 24/7. We have a reliable farm manager, a trained agronomist, and workers who live in our farmhouse. My partner oversees operations directly. So as it is, I am not pretending to know everything about crop science, or at least I know enough. I know when it is working and when it is not working. Let me just put it that way. So it's not like I do not know anything about crop farming, because that is something that you should probably consider, even if you are not going to be like hands-on farmer just like me. You should probably know at least a little bit. You should know enough to make decisions and the right decision. So that is it about the farm updates, at least for now. So we're no longer just going to be documenting just the planting, but the business side of the whole thing, like costing, sales, losses, how we plan profits, and all of that. Because honestly, I think that is where most people get lost. I've come to notice and experience that it is usually not the planting itself that kills farms. It is the numbers and the management. So in my next video, I'm going to be sharing a full story of how I almost quit farming, like when I almost stopped farming. Oh my God, it was such a terrible moment, and I'm going to share all that with you guys. Pressure, the frustration, and what kept me going, in the midst of all those. In my next video, we're going to go deeper into the emotional side of building and owning a farm here in Nigeria, or founding a farm here in Nigeria. Like you guys, my heart, I want to have a heart attack. Anyway, it is something that we are going to discuss on my next video. I'm going to tell you all the challenges, all the things I've seen, and of course, what we have been doing so far to tackle them, or how we're able to handle each of the challenges that we faced. See, one thing I've learned, if there's anything I've learned, it is that theory is different from practice. Yes, theory is different from practice. For example, I studied business administration, and I know that what I was taught in the classroom is totally different from what is applicable right now that I have my own businesses, right? So it is totally different. So even if you studied agricultural related courses in the uni, I know that these are some of the challenges and some of the things that people who are just starting up face. And most of the time, you do not even have anyone or know how to start going about the solution or even solving them. So in the next video, we are going to talk about that in extension, and I'm going to share all my I'm going to share all my losses, all my profit. Okay, no, in the next video we're going to focus more on the losses, the negative parts and aspects of owning a farm or founding a farm. I'm going to be as vulnerable as possible. That one will be personal. So yeah, thank you very much, Mogul Tribe, for sticking with me. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share this video, and leave a nice comment. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. I love you guys. I love you so much.